This is the Qronge Mirage. It is a folding e-bike with a rear hub motor and a thumb throttle. In this video, we are going to test it on and off the road. Okay, let's see how fast this thing goes. I'm going to start out on throttle only, and I do have a slight bit of side wind, but I don't think it should affect me all that much, or hopefully at all. But I'm up to 15, 16, 17. It should slow down right around 20. And I am almost there, 18.8. So the slight downhill here should help me hit 19. Not quite going to do 20 in these conditions, but just about there. I just realized that there is cruise control on this, so I'm not sure how long you have to hold the throttle on for that to kick on, but I am cruise controlling, wide open, hitting 19.8 right now. Let's see how good the brakes work from full speed, and not very well with one finger anyway. You might want to just go for a 4-finger brake pull to get maximum power. They might come around and get stronger as they break in though. I hope so anyway. Now I'm going to see how it does pedaling. I have the assist off in the lowest gear on the derailleur, but I will bump that assist up and see how much it helps out in each speed. Shifting up on the rear derailleur, trying to get in a good gear. It feels like assist level 1 is cutting off at or a little below 12 miles an hour. Now I'll bump it up into assist level 2, and that might be around 13 or maybe 14 before it starts slowing down. I'm going 15, but I'm putting a good amount of effort out. Bump it up to 3. That's pulling me a little more. Maybe 16, 17, up to 4. That feels like 17, 18 maybe, and then 5 should take me to 20. It does feel like I can pedal past that if I try really hard. There's 21, so you can still get a workout by pedaling past the assist, and the gearing seems to take you there pretty well. Now I want to compare the speed that the bike says with the GPS on my phone, and it looks like it is pretty close, within a mile an hour or so. The bike does read slightly high. I am tapped out at 19.5 here, and my phone reads 18, but maybe it's a high 18, so not sure exactly where that's at, but it's good to know they aren't trying to lie to you too badly by saying the bike is going a lot faster than it really is. My initial impressions about riding this bike on the road so far is that it feels better than I expected. It is smoothing out the cracks on the road pretty well. Front suspension is working just enough, and the tires are fat enough. Even though they're small, they do provide some cushion to those bumps. And the sizing doesn't feel as small as I thought it would, but the seat post is a little bit too short for me at 6 feet tall, so I wouldn't want to pedal too hard for too long, because I might have some knee pain if I do so. Speaking of the tires, they are also wide enough that if you need to jump off the road, I just did when a car came by, they still provide good enough traction in the gravel and probably even the grass if you really need to get out of the way. I'm going to show you how it folds up, but first I'm going to take the seat off with this nice quick release clamp and the battery out by pushing in and turning the key, then pulling up. It takes a little effort, but comes out easy enough. Then to fold the bike, you undo this clamp and push up on it. That should allow it to fold. I'm going to take the kickstand in as I turn that around, and it can rest on the frame, and then the stem also folds by undoing that clamp. You can also quick release take the handlebars off if you want to, but for this demonstration I'm going to leave it like that. Whoop, there's the basket for you. Since the basket unfolded itself, I guess I will unfold the rest of the bike and see how this goes, starting with the main frame. Clamp that in, put the kickstand down, pull the bars up, clamp them in with that latch. Then we'll go to the battery, slide it in to its groove, push down after turning the key, and that is in. This one is different in that you do have to have the key in to get power to the bike with the battery. A lot of times you don't need that. This one, you gotta leave it in to turn it on and go ride. This bike has a rather solid rack, so the RC is a perfect way to test that out, and the front basket is a perfect spot to hold the controller. So it's time to go drive. I do have a separate channel just for RC called PSF RC, so if you want to see more of this action, you can check that out. For now, I'm going to do some more laps, but I think this bike could be good if you do RC and have to walk a ways to your spot to drive. You can just throw it on the rack and get right up close to where you want to drive, and it can look good in the background while you're having some fun. I might as well try to jump over the bike, right? Right over, no problem. It's Hannah's turn now, so we will see how it fits her and how she likes it. We'll take a right here and keep cruising down the road. Better get a little bit of time in on it before see what she thinks. We'll see what the acceleration is like for her from a different view than when I did it. She is just using throttle only now, and we'll see how long it takes her to get up to speed. What are you at now? 16. So she's just about there. 18, 19, and that's about gonna do it. So it gets up to speed pretty quick with her on it. Okay, we have a stop sign coming up, so we'll see how the brakes work for her. You'll want to use all your fingers on them. And it slowed down enough, but I think she slowed down pretty far back in order to stop in time.
Yes.
How did it feel on the road to you?
Way more solid than another bike that we've had kind of similar to this in the past. One bike that we've had that folded in half, it felt like it was going to fall apart right on me on the road. This one actually is very solid.
For the look and the build of it, it does feel more solid than I expected as well, so that is a good sign. What about the fit for you at 5'4"?
For me, since there's a step through, that's really nice. Anytime there's a step through bike for somebody who's shorter, you can easily just kind of stick your leg up, back over without having to lift your leg up over the seat.
What about the power?
The power, it's a little slow compared to the other bikes, but I think it's smooth.
You ready to take it off-road a little bit?
I don't know. This one doesn't look like it's off-roader.
We'll find out. This is more of a power test than an off-road test, but we'll see if throttle only can get her up this hill from a dead stop with no run. It's not going to make it. Let's try with a little bit of run. Now she should have a better chance at making it. Little momentum going in, but it gets a little steeper and she's still not able to. Third time's the charm, hopefully. A good amount of run. I'm running after her, but she's slowing down and still not quite. So you might have to pedal up this one. Okay, now she's going to try pedaling and she is taking off. No problem making it to the top. This bike is not really designed for off-road use, but I think it can handle a little bit, and I think our lane path is about the perfect spot to test it out because it's a mix of dirt, grass, and gravel, and there are some bumps, but it is relatively flat and smooth. Hopefully the suspension and the tires are enough to soak up those little bumps and make for a smooth enough ride. We made it to our pond. How did it feel off-road?
Not an off-road mobile.
A little bit rough for you?
It was a little rough, but I think that's probably the most it can handle.
Yeah, it is probably better suited to a gravel or bike path that is very smooth, but we were able to get out here, so it did the trick at least. I probably could have let a little more air out of the tires, and that would have smoothed out the ride as well. This is the off-road where it excels. Nice, smooth gravel. Should be plenty capable of handling trails like this. I should mention that the bike did develop an error 30 code during the filming of this video, but the company sent out some parts and the main power cable ended up being the problem. If you want to find out more about this bike or pick one up for yourself, you can check out the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.